Getting set for first pitch tonight from Busch Stadium. The Phillies take on the Cardinals. Next. Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Central leading St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian getting set to bring you this one on the show. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a moment to look at our two starters here tonight.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
All right, Steve, thanks. We'll hear from EK momentarily, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies, as their order will read like this. And this lineup will have its work cut out for it as they'll square off against a two-time Cy Young Award winner, left-hander Johan Santana. Striding in is the leadoff man, Jimmy Rollins, and we are just about set for baseball here. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight.
First pitch, 7:16.
And that's in there as well, so it's 0-2 to start the ninth.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one will get this one. Ready with another 0-2. Lined into left center. And Rollins is aboard. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man on here for the Phillies to start their half of the first. And with that, let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Redbirds. It's brought to us by Majestic, the official uniform of Major League Baseball. Kevin Franzen will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, so much for that leadoff single to start the ball game. Here's a good pitch to the number 2 hitter, and he gets him to beat it into the ground, and that's an easy double play.
Marlon Byrd will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
First pitch coming. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And this is going to be a foul ball. Easy there, big fella. 2-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Now the starting lineup for the Cardinals looks like this. A.J. Burnett will be on the mound to face them, and if he's going to be successful against these hitters, he's going to need to keep the ball down in the strike zone without question. Now we'll look at the way the Phillies will line up behind him. Kevin Black will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
For St. Louis, center fielder Kevin Black.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
0-1.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number one.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Corey Horn will stand in now, hoping to turn things around here. You can see just one hit in his past 4 ball games. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. And this is swung on and bounced on the ground to third. Oh, and he lets the ball play him that time, and it kicks by him into left.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot. And he comes through big time right here with a first inning single.
Michael Lee will stand in now, and as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far. Here's the first offering. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
Runners on first with one down. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you know, his changeup and sinker sort of do the same thing. They both drop off the table pretty good at the end. The only difference is he usually wants you to hit his sinker, and he wants you to swing and miss at the changeup.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Here's the 2-2 home. Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
He'll be disappointed with that at-bat, but potentially the saving grace might be that he got to see a lot of pitches here in the first inning, so he'll have a good idea of what's to come later on.
Mark McGuire will stand in now, and as you can see here, he enters play 4th in the National League in round trippers. Low for ball 1. And speaking of the National League's home run leaders, there they are on your screen. In the dirt, might not be enough to try it. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. We've played an inning, still 0-0. Ryan Howard will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Now the 3-1. Line hard, but foul. And a swing and a miss by Howard, and the big guy can't make contact. There's one away.
Folks, there is not a left-hander alive that likes this pitch. I mean, look at that. A slider breaking sharply away from the outside part of the plate. That is just perfect location.
Dominic Brown will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. And this is going to be a foul ball. Fouled back. Too high. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Swing and a miss as he starts the frame with back-to-back strikeouts here. 3 in a row going back to the last inning, and there are 2 away.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
John Mayberry will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. In there, strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Grounded fouled off to the right side. And he pops him up here on 0-2 as this is drifting toward the right side of the infield. So very nice work there by Santana. It remains 0-0. Mark McGuire will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
McGuire.
In there for strike 1.
Your ball, 1 strike.
Down and away, ball 1. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Waiting on deck, there's Yadier Molina. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
If he could have been just a little more patient there, would have had a leadoff walk. Instead, chases it out of the zone here and winds up costing him.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start in that bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Now a ball hit on the ground for Rollins at short. throw on to first will be in time to get Molina, and that's out number 2. Matt Holliday will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. And here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
And this ball will be chopped foul. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Chop fouled off to the left, still 2 strikes. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Here's the swing and a chance for Howard over at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A.J. Burnett looking like the Burnett of old. Still 0-0. Will Nieves will lead things off. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. This is hit sharply to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So the leadoff man's on here, and that'll bring us to this date in baseball history. And on this date in 2003, a 20-year-old Florida outfielder by the name of Miguel Cabrera picks up his very first major league hit. Cody Ashe will get his first shot now, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games.
Keep that runner close.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And he has to fight this one off as it's hit on the ground. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Batting ninth, catcher A.J. Burnett.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and it'll be up to Burnett to see if he can come up with something here. Hit hard to the right, but foul. And he lays off for ball one.
Ooh, I might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Go back to ready.
1-1 pitch is lifted in the air out to right. Lee is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Phillies go down quietly there. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Mark Ellis will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one.
Come on, guys. Face it here.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Brad Lincoln will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Number 31, Brad Lincoln.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Out in front here as this is pulled down the third base line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Oh, a sliding stop. Can he get up and make the play? He can indeed. A great play there for the first out.
Boy, it's so nice to have a second baseman that can cover some ground. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle. But look at him make the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position. And he's able to get enough on that throw to get the out at first.
Daniel Descalzo will get his first cuts here. And a curveball drops in there for strike one. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Now the 1-1 is hit sharply back up the middle, and it's going to get on into center. It's a base hit.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cages, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Johan Santana will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out.
Yeah, this early in the game, to me, this is the right decision. You give that guy at the top of your lineup a chance to drive in a run with a simple base hit.
Kevin Black will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. First pitch is a splitter for a called strike. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Jimmy Rollins.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1.
You can't try to outthink him up there. Just get a good pitch and square it up.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. And a dive there from Ellis, but it gets through for a base hit.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and that average, it'll climb a few more points.
Kevin Franzen will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Check by Santana. Now the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. And he takes a cold strike one.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the block.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Swing and a high pop-up toward the stands behind third. A dive, but he can't hang on, and that'll be a foul ball. Great effort. Santana will go over to first here, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Lee is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, we're still looking for that first run of the ball game. Thought for a second this might be it, but it just didn't have enough steam behind it.
Marlon Byrd will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. in tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Big shot, throw.
The check on Rollins, now the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
Oh, shit.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
3-0 is on the way. Had the red light there, and it's 3-1.
Woo, he's leaning towards second.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
It might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Ryan Howard will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time.
You're nothing.
Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it is too late as Rollins is able to take second here.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Now a pickoff play at second. And this goes right behind him at second and into center field.
Well, the difficult part about this throw for a pitcher is that when he steps off and then spins his body like that, for a brief second there, he loses sight of the second base bag. And then when you pick it back up, you've got guys moving this way and that. Sometimes it's tough to lock back on.
Now Howard waits on the 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
Shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. And he reaches for one, but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More ahead from St. Louis right after this. Corey Horn will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Corey Horn.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Here we go.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now. And here's a ball hit in the air. And there's out number 1.
And here's a situation where maybe if he's trying to go with this pitch, he might hit this ball a little bit harder. But instead, he's up there trying to pull it, and he hardly gets anything on this line drive at all.
Michael Lee will get another shot. Called out on strikes his first time around. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a ball grounded to second. There to get it is Franzen. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Mark McGuire will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. First pitch on the way. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now the 2-1 pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Dominic Brown will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Philadelphia, center fielder, Dominic Brown.
Now here's the first pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. And he misses, 2-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone. So that's a good job just to lay off.
And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Now a swing and an easy ground ball to first. And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. John Mayberry will dig in. He popped out his first time. called strike one on the circle change. Good pitch. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And a fastball here is swung on and lifted in the air to left. And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Will Nieves.
Will Nieves will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Let's go!
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Yeah!
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's win, Cardinals!
That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Halfway home, still no score. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Yadier Molina to start things out for the Cardinals here in their half of the inning. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And this ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Now a big swing, and this is a major league pop-up way up there toward the center of the diamond. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Matt Holliday will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Therefore, it is Bird now as he's got it for out number 2.
Oh, it makes such a difference here when you play during the day versus playing at night. 6 hours ago, this might have split the gap, but here it hangs up just long enough for him to run it down out there in right center field.
Mark Ellis will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
All right, Mark.
First pitch coming.
Here we go.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
All right, Cardinals. Let's go, St. Louis.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Called a strike, and it's full 3-2.
And I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And this is on the ground toward the hole. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Down in order go the Cardinals. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Cody Ashe will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Cody Ashe.
Oh, and that's Santana at his nastiest. The changeup's good for strike 1. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Ben Revere will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Let's go, Redbirds!
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Come on, huh?
And this is lined into left field, and a welcome to the ball game there as he's got himself a pinch hit single.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in the former MVP, shortstop Jimmy Rollins. Now the first pitch. He's running towards second. Pitch inside. The throw not in time as he steals second.
And when you're still searching for your first extra base hit of the game, this will work as a nice substitute. He's into second with the old single and a stolen base routine.
And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. For Revere, he's up to 19 stolen bases on the year. Ball hit pretty well out toward left center. Holiday will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Kevin Franzen. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. A ball hit hard to the left side. That's in there. Base hit. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. One left for Philadelphia, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Justin DeFreitas will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Justin DeFreitas.
Daniel Descalzo will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the sixth inning.
The shortstop, Daniel Descalzo.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Let's go, Cardinals! Go, Cardinals, go!
On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Come on, let's get a hit.
The 1-2.
Here we go.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. And the throw is too strong as it's over the head of Howard.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw.
Now batting.
Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but you see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Johan Santana will step in, and with nobody out, we'll see if they want to let him swing the bat or try to bunt that runner onto third. Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Let him go.
Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Under it is Ashe, and he'll put it away for the first out. And he is in there. Kevin Black will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with 1 gone. The 1-1 home. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And he strikes out. And oh boy, all he needed was a fly ball somewhere to give him the lead, but instead there are 2 gone now.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over there at third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
Corey Horn will stand in. He's singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. This is hit sharply to the left side, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit.
We knew this game wouldn't stay 0-0 forever. Now, here in the 6th inning, the question will be, can they add on?
Michael Lee will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Marlon Byrd will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Marlon Byrd.
Now some stirring in the Cardinal bullpen as the right-hander Jason Mott has begun throwing. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here he comes on 2-2. And a bouncing ball, foul. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And this is going to be a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and yes, he went around. It's strike 3.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
So 1 gone in the inning, as now Ryan Howard will hit with the bases empty. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. On to first, and the shift pays off there as Howard is retired for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Dominic Brown will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
First pitch to him. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, even with the bases empty here and 2 away, you still need to be careful here. So he's pitched him smart so far.
2-1. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Hit high but foul, as that'll get in amongst the fans. 2 out, nobody on. Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway, out to deep center. And a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone. A solo home run for Dominic Brown. 8th home run on the season for him. And it brings the Phillies back even now at 1 apiece.
That great work he'd done on the mound, well, it just got undone on 1 swing. He's gone from being in total control to we got ourselves a tie ball game.
John Mayberry will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Mayberry Jr.
Now here's the first pitch. High in the air and deep down the left field line. And no shot for Holiday. It's a foul ball. And this is hit hard up the middle. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Phillies get 1 on the home run by Dominic Brown. Get up and stretch. All even now at 1-1.
Your attention, please. Now
New pitcher
for
set
the
to take
Phillies,
over, and it's the veteran
number 50,
right-hander Sean Camp.
Sean Camp.
Mark McGuire will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
2 balls, no strikes.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Brown is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
And the fact that they're playing no doubles defense might have helped him out right here. This is a much tougher play if he's at his regular depth, but he ranges back to put this one away.
Yadier Molina will get his third shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. First pitch coming. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. And a little tapper up the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
I really couldn't ask for much more out of a 7th inning guy. He's come in, throwing a bunch of strikes, and he's got 2 quick outs to show for it here with the score still tied.
Matt Holliday will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
All right, let's go.
And Holliday will not offer it that one. It's a ball and a strike.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
And they'll try to keep crowding him in, but this pitch misses as well. It's 2-1 now. Now here's the pitch. Ball 3.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. Up with it is Rollins. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Score remains tied 1-1. Randy Choate will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Randy Choate.
Will Nieves will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Will Nieves.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. And he reaches up and tomahawks this to short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Two very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ballgame. Things have been tight throughout. Ronnie Cedeno will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. On the ground down the first base line. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Carlos Ruiz will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
And if there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
"1-0. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
And he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
I had him guessing that time, as he's barely able to foul it away. And a swing and a miss, as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Ronnie Cedeno is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 7.
Jake Diekman is on out of the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Philadelphia, number 63, Jake Diekman.
Alan Craig will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 21, Alan Craig.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, 97 will get up on you in a hurry, especially when it's your first AB of the night. You're just settling in.
Hit hard towards the hole. And that'll be a base hit, so it's a pinch hit single here to get him started in the home half of inning number 8.
Trying to change the eye level there. After the fastball up, they come right back with an off-speed pitch at the knees. but he stays right on it, drives it for a base hit.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Daniel Descalzo will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And this is swung on and bounced to shortstop. Wow, a flip to second for 1. Back to Howard, but it's not in time to get them both.
Boy, I wasn't sure if he had any chance at all to reach that ball. So this is an incredible play just to pull this one in and then make that accurate flip to second to get the force.
John Jay will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 19, Sean Shea.
Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground to shortstop. Franzen. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Former MVP Jimmy Rollins set to get things going when we come back. We've played 8 full, all tied at 1-1. Jason Mott will enter now to start the 9th inning, as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half. Colton Wong will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Number 16, Colton Wong.
And there is Jimmy Rollins. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And a fastball that's lifted the other way out to left. Holiday is there to pull this one in, and Rollins flies out on the first pitch he sees.
Well, any time you can retire this guy, that's good. Any time you can do it leading off an inning, that's great. And any time you can do it on one pitch, that's a full trifecta right there.
Kevin Franzen will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Sliced down the line at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Oh, just so late on that fastball. And You're not too surprised about that when you're facing a reliever that throws as hard as this guy does. And it's an easy play at first to take it himself for the out.
Marlon Byrd will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside, close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still tied 1 apiece. Kevin Black will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Well, he just hasn't looked comfortable all night long.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Yeah, judging by the way he went after those first 2 pitches, you could bet they just weren't going to lay one in there for him 0-2. Well, that's a case where a guy dug his own hole there, and on 0-2, he just kept digging.
Corey Horn will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game. And that's dead center for strike 1.
0-1.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Here comes the 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Here's a ball chopped toward the second baseman. There to get it is Franzen, and a throw over to Howard, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter, right fielder, Michael
Michael Lee will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. And this is on the ground, foul, wide of Howard over at first base. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
You don't want guys to get too comfortable up there, so that's a good idea to run something in tight.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Mark McGuire would be next. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is fouled back and out of play. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now a big swing here as he gives this one a good ride. High and deep out to left field. Ball game! A solo shot here to left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
It looked like he saved his best work here for the final swing. And these guys are certainly amped up as he wins it with a game-winning homer.
Of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
He came up with, without question, the key at-bat in this one. No surprise, it was also the final pitch. Got a pitch he could handle and turned it around for the walk-off home run. Well, that's a great win.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 2-1. Good night from St. Louis.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 2 runs on 5 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run on 6 hits. 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium. A sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.